Theme Park Stud reacts. One of the things that we talked about when we started our podcast was I'm the enthusiast, you're the fan. We want to represent that in this podcast. So, like, you don't go onto Screamscape and read about park rumors. Like,
So it's funny you say that is because no, I don't. I don't normally do that. But today it popped up on my Facebook and I did see one news report. So I'm curious if this is one that you have. Cause I was like, oh, interesting. But no, yes, normally I don't really go into the blogs and really look at that kind of stuff. I don't, I follow some things on Facebook and Instagram, so things pop up on my personal pages and stuff from time to time, and sometimes it catches my interest, sometimes it doesn't. And obviously, I have a lot of people that work in the Orlando theme park, so I see some of the stuff that they post that's going on down there. So I kind of stay in the loop with that. But other than that, I don't really follow it to the T. So I kind of get all my info from doing this podcast with you, Coaster Bro. So that's kind of how I stay in the loop. Uh,
so that's what I think is fun about this is I obviously do a lot of research. Got to do like a news show every Saturday morning. Coffee with Coaster Bro, 9:00. You should check it out. But I do that research anyway. I kind of see this stuff pretty naturally as it comes along, and like I just want to see your reaction to it and just see what discussion comes from it. So I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Sounds good. I can't wait.
So here's what we're going to start off with. We're going to start with Six Flags news. All right.
Okay, Six Flags.
And we're going to Six Flags over
More
Texas.
flags, more fun.
More flags, more fun. That's right. That's not dated at all. More flags, more fun. And we're going to Six Flags over Texas. And they announced a new event. And the reason I bring this up is I think it is just it's a game changer. I think 2020 is going to be, it's just changing how parks are operating, especially Six Flags parks. And they announced a new festival called the Fire and Ice Festival.
Fire and Ice. Interesting. Very,
what do you think? What do you think it is?
I mean, it kind of sounds like it is some Circus Soleil thing. Just from just from the title of it, but Fire and Ice. So I can also see it being like a kind of like some kind of like a food event almost, like where it has like some spicier food and some like ice cream and desserts and like frozen drinks and whatnot. Like, am I on to something, or am I not anywhere
You
close?
are catching up. You caught the drift, I think.
Okay.
Like you're in the right direction here. No, but what it is they're actually putting the Fire and Ice side of Dueling Dragons in their park for 1 month.
Interesting.
It's gonna be great. No, that's not what's happening.
Oh.
No.
I kind of believed you. I was like, for 1 month, that's a lot of money to install a roller coaster
Just
for
two
1 month.
B&Ms, you know.
And I'm pretty sure those have been scrapped, so I don't know if they're building brand new or.
Yeah, they're just building brand new, and they're just gonna tour them around Six Flags. No, but what it is so this is a $20 event.
Okay.
So you pay $20 and you come in.
What time of year is this event going on?
Now through February 28th.
Oh shoot.
So weekends only.
Okay, so going on right now.
So what do you think when it's going on right now? What do you think's happening?
I kind of like it.
Does that change anything?
Right now.
You know,
like is a political thing, like red and blue.
No.
Like Fire and Ice, like no, like
Texas. You know, they're really into the political climate in Texas. Very divided state.
A very blue state.
Yeah.
No, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. I feel like there's
you're good.
This is that I'm like missing.
It's not
here.
really though. It's not really obvious. So basically, what they're doing is they're kind of banking a little bit off of what they have been doing with Holiday in the Park and finding a way to kind of sneak it along a little bit more.
Interesting.
So they are keeping s'mores for the fire.
All right.
They're going to do fireworks on Saturday nights. They've got their snow hill that they've done for Holiday in the Park. And they're going to have, like you hinted, specialty food and drinks. So there's going to be specialty cocktails, special foods, which you had some great ideas there. Hopefully they do some of that stuff that you mentioned. They're also going to have an upcharge of curling where you can try out curling and play curling.
I would totally do that upcharge for sure.
Hell yeah, I would go to a
Yeah.
park. Like I want to
I
go
want
right
to
now and
sweep
do
some
that.
ice. Yeah.
I'll probably fall flat on my face, but it would be fun. And then they're gonna have some shows, like I think some fountain shows. Nothing really caught my eye with the shows, but they're gonna have them. But it's $20. I when I looked at the website, I didn't see them mention anything about a ride lineup.
Interesting.
I don't know if they'll have any rides open.
So this is kind of just like a family entertainment kind
20
of
bucks.
festival almost. Yeah.
Let's make some money while we're closed. Like, why were we closed? It makes you wonder, like, why were they ever closed? Why weren't
Yeah.
they trying these events? Now, this might fall flat on its face, and then we're, oh, that's why we never tried these events. But I don't know. I just think it's interesting. Do you think it's a good idea?
I mean, this kind of reminds me of what Epcot does with like food and wine. Like
Mm-hmm.
they created Flower and Garden, aka Food and Wine 2.0, just
With
add some
some flowers,
flowers. And now like I feel like food and
topiaries.
wine just like going on year round now. So they're like, hey, it works, brings in money, might as well just keep doing it. So it sounds like that's what they're kind of doing down there. Like, hey, our Christmas event was successful. Why don't we just continue in it and just kind of retheme it? But it's literally our Christmas event.
It literally is, but we had fire
Yeah.
and ice. I don't know. I think it's creative, so I give them points for that. And I would go for I would like if I was a local in Texas, I would go out of my way to try this.
Yeah, and I think if rides are open, then I think yeah, anybody should go. But if rides aren't open, I don't think it's something worth traveling to. I wouldn't
Yeah,
want to go and travel. I mean, the curling does sound cool, but if I'm gonna go down there, I might as well hit some rides too, especially if I'm traveling out of state and it's not like
right.
Oklahoma or something like that.
It would be weird to me if they didn't have like at least the carousel and some flat rides open, maybe one or two coasters.
Yeah.
That would be worth the $20 to me if they kept like
Oh,
some
hands
premier
down.
coasters up. Even if they're running one train, I don't care. Like this is an extension, you know.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting and wanted to kind of see your take on it. All right, the next one we're going to go to Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. They have their 5th annual Mardi Gras that they're doing. It's been a very successful event for them. And they're adding something new and creative to their Mardi Gras event. And basically, what they're doing is they're adding a French Quarter walkthrough, and
Okay.
it's essentially it's a haunted house. So they're going to add a haunted house, have something to market, and it's like this newly themed thing that you can have for Mardi Gras.
Interesting.
Yeah,
So is it gonna be scary? Like, is it gonna be like Bayou, like Down Under, some like kind of theme like that, or is it gonna be just more of like a haunted house, aka more of just a party is going on in there, and it's more of a celebration versus getting scared?
it's definitely like a darker theme, but it's not marketed as like scary.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's called the Hangman House of Voodoo.
Okay, so the voodoo vibe. Okay.
So I bet there's some. I bet it's kind of spooky, but it
Yeah,
doesn't.
yeah,
It's not like it doesn't seem like Halloween crazy scary. If that makes sense. Like
yeah.
maybe they make it a little bit more family friendly, and it's like a lame walkthrough. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of hard because if it's more family friendly, yeah, it's gonna be kind of lame. So you kind of almost want to, and I'm all for spooky season being year round. So,
Mhm.
and really Mardi Gras is, obviously New Orleans like kind of culture. There's a lot of voodoo down there. So I think doing a haunted house, even if it is scary, or very scary, I think do it year round. Why not? Like
Yeah.
I'll go through a haunted house year round.
Now, I don't think it's going to
Hit
be year round. It's just going to be for
yeah,
the
yeah.
event, by the way.
What I mean by year round is like any time of the year at a haunted house, like even if it's a temporary event, then yeah, I'm all for it. So I like
Nice.
that idea. I think it adds a different, I didn't even know they had a Mardi Gras event, so I don't know what else is included in it. Like I'm sure they have some parades and candy or something like that. What else do they usually have during their Mardi Gras event?
I don't really know. Probably parades, probably some shows, probably some
Yeah, yeah.
alcohol.
I was like, maybe a concert. I know. I mean, that's what Universal does, but I don't know if
I
they
don't.
have
I
like
don't
a
know that
chill
they are
concert.
known for their concerts,
True, true. Yeah,
but they're known for their live entertainment. So I bet they amp it up at that park
true,
specifically.
true. So
But
yeah, I'd say adding something like that. I think that's a bonus, and I would love to have some haunted houses anytime during the special events, even if it doesn't make sense.
That's
'Cause
true.
that's how much I like haunted houses.
Dude, I personally like the idea of so Six Flags has done in the past, and Universal's done it too, where they have a year-round haunted house. But I just think it has more of a like hit if it's a temporary thing. Like it comes in for a special event and it drives attendance like, oh, we got to go through that haunted house. I think that's going to be like great for them. I
Yeah,
really see
I'm
a lot of people showing up for that.
yeah, I'm the same way. I don't like year-round haunted houses. I think the only one that works is The Walking Dead at Universal Studios Hollywood, just because it is. I mean, it's it's Universal quality haunted house, so I think it kind of works as a permanent attraction.
Bro,
However, anywhere else, I feel like it it just doesn't work if it's doing year-round. But like a part-time or a temporary event, all the way.
here's the thing about Walking Dead though. It didn't work because they took it out and they're putting in a Secret Life of Pets instead.
Whoops. Obviously not staying up with that.
That's why I
Big
love
fail
this.
right there.
That's why I love this segment. All
I
right.
liked it when we went through it. So
All right, we're going to move on to one of the most interesting pieces of news that I saw. It's basically a new type of attraction that's going into Myrtle Beach, and it's going to be called Surfworks Adventure Park. It's a $41 million investment.
damn.
And I just kind of like this. What do you think it is?
So repeat what's the name of it again?
It's called Surfworks Adventure Park. $41 million. And I'll give you the tagline. It's like a surfing park in
Okay,
Myrtle
so
Beach.
what I'm picturing surfing. So I'm picturing some flow riders, like
Shit,
like I'm
yeah.
yeah, so I'm picturing that, but I'm also, and this isn't surfing, I guess, but like that they have those like water skiing adventure parks and stuff. Like I'm picturing something like that, which
I actually don't
uh,
know what that is. What do they have there?
I mean, basically it's like you're on like water
Mm-hmm.
and there's like a cable system and you could kind of hold on to like just like if you're getting towed behind a boat with water skiing, you hold on that, but instead of a boat going around, the cable system's dragging you around the lake and there's jumps and stuff.
Oh, I've
Now I
never
don't know
seen one of
how.
those. Is that very Florida?
Yeah, and it's not really theme park related. It's more action sports. So
Mm-hmm.
but those kind of recreational things, there's kind of blended lines there. So I don't really know how that would translate into surfing because obviously surfing, you just kind of ride into waves and stuff, unless you have all these wave pools going. I could see that too, and you could like surf on that. I do know water parks have done surf lessons into wave pools before, so
Nice.
it could be something like that. So, um, yeah, I mean, that sounds pretty interesting and everything. So, like, what's it all about?
Yeah. So basically, if you picture like the one media photo I saw, picture a huge wave pool,
Yeah, yeah,
but like big and on the beach.
yeah, big
It
and
kind of
wide.
looks
Yeah,
like the
yeah, yeah.
beach. It's not technically on the beach, but it looks like it is, right?
Yeah, they just kind of built it like it looks like a beach. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a huge wave pool, and basically it creates four types of waves.
Okay.
And you can go in during these times and go surfing there. Um, but also they'll also have like some other attractions there, like a skate park, climbing walls, water slides. Didn't see anything about a flow rider, which I think they should have some flow riders. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah,
Um,
especially as like a beginner. Like, so if I'm
yeah,
like starting off as surfing, I think that's a good way. I don't know if you could do a surfboard though with that. It's more of a boogie board,
it's a
so I
boogie
guess that
board.
would be kind of different. But why not? I mean, I'm sure people want a boogie board too, not just surf.
Now,
Especially
where
if they
I
can have a
think,
skate park.
yeah. So I'm impressed by that, but I think where they're gonna find their success, they'll have their daily operation with that stuff, but they're gonna have pro and amateur surfing competitions in this thing. So people can buy
Yeah,
tickets. There's an amphitheater. You can go watch this stuff, and they're gonna be able to like do concerts as well.
that's dope. That seems pretty cool.
Yeah,
I really like the idea of them doing the pro and amateur like surfing events because, I mean, and do they have those often in South Carolina? Probably not. And
I
if
don't
they
know.
do, they're probably, I know those are big in California and Hawaii and Australia. So I think that would be kind of time people in that market over there and create more surfers on the East Coast. I mean, I'm sure there's a some kind of surfing crowd over there,
It's got
but
to be, right?
I know they're
Probably
not getting
probably in
big
Myrtle Beach too, because
swells.
I feel like there's got to be surfers in that community for this to kind of work still.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I know when I used to live in Florida, like I never went to Myrtle Beach. Obviously, that's not in Florida, but when I lived in Florida, I went to the coast. Like there'll be people out there trying to surf, and because there'll be waves going on, especially on the Atlantic side and the East Coast, and but there's not going to be no massive swells unless there's like a hurricane going on, and then obviously they warned against that. So there's definitely a niche out there for that, and especially in Myrtle Beach, especially a touristy area on the beach and all that kind of stuff. And this is gonna create more of a controlled waves, and I like this. And this is a unique thing that I I like, and I also like they could have concerts there. They could do a lot of different things, and it's just like full action park for all those people that's into that stuff.
Yeah, when I first read the headlines, like this is stupid. Why would there be a surf park? Like why would people go to this? And then when I saw the competitions in concert, I was like, oh, okay, there's the big money right there.
Yeah. And you gotta think, you're a big we're roller coaster, we're theme park fans, you're a big theme park enthusiast. There's people out there that love surfing just as much as we love theme parks. So
Yeah.
that's what they're going for. And also to just get probably new people into surfing and more of a controlled, safe environment, most likely too.
I have a question for you. Hard Rock Park was in Myrtle Beach and it failed. Do you
Mm-hmm.
think this is destined to fail, or do you think it'll work?
Those, Myrtle Beach, those kind of touristy towns, I think it is difficult, especially with depending on what's going on with the economy and stuff. So I think it I think it's gonna be hit or miss. I think it could be successful, but will it be around in 20 years? I doubt it's gonna be around in 20 years. But hey,
That's
who
fair.
knows? Yeah.
I think
I
if
don't know.
they
I just feel like those type of touristy towns that just they didn't blow up, like Orlando did and stuff like that. I just don't I just don't see them making a resurgence back and stuff.
that's fair.
Yeah.
I think I could see them having success if they can get like a country line up there, being
Yeah.
in the South, and maybe getting some tourists to stop by. Like if you can get Luke Bryan to perform there, that's some pretty good money, I'd say.
I don't know. Have you ever I mean, I'm sure if Hard Rock Park was still there, you would totally go to Myrtle Beach, but
Mm-hmm. But I had no
would you
reason to ever go
yeah.
otherwise.
I was like, why go to Myrtle Beach at this point?
And I lived in
Okay,
Atlanta.
what if they had just a credit there? Like
They
would
do
you
have they have a few credits there.
Okay, yeah. So even now, even though there's a few
Mm-hmm.
credits, but it's not worth your way to go outside of that way to go there. So unless they
No.
put a major theme park or something, I don't know. Yeah, it's just one of those things that like there is, and I'm sure some of our listeners probably have been to Myrtle Beach and actually like it. I'm sure it doesn't. We're
I
just
bet
like
it's
kind of
great,
being.
honestly. Like
Yeah, I'm
this
sure
it was
there's
never
fun
like
things
I
to
would rather go
do,
to
and
Savannah, Georgia,
yeah, I'd rather go. Same,
or like
and
Jacksonville, or
yeah,
I don't
I
know.
don't know about Jacksonville, but
I just saw my
I'd rather
recording of
go to
myself
Tampa.
in the Jacksonville hat I have on.
True.
I drove through
Yeah,
Jacksonville and I was like, that
yeah, I'd
place
like
looks
to go
cool.
to. Yeah, I like to go to an NFL game, but I'd rather just go to Tampa instead of Jacksonville. So I'll just keep going south. So
That's fair. All right, and then my last bit of news that I have for you, I think this might be what you saw, but Disneyland, I see you nodding.
Disneyland suspended annual passes indefinitely.
And definitely, so I think the word annual pass at Disneyland is going to go away, because they came out and said we will likely, when we return annual passes, air quotes, is like we'll bring it back as a membership, which I think is what a lot of parks are going towards anyway. And well, I'm giving too much opinion here, but what's your reaction to this?
Yeah, so I mean, initially, I did not read into it too much. I saw Screamscape posted something on Facebook, so I clicked on the link and read the briefly. I didn't really read the story word for word, but I just kind of skimmed over it. So really, how I took it was more from a COVID side of things. I did not really know about the membership side of things. So, I took it as okay, like sounds like my initial impression is Disneyland's not going to be opening anytime soon.
Correct. And
So
that's why they're
they're just
refunding
yeah,
everyone.
they're just pulling a band-aid. All right, let's just take the financial hit. Let's refund everybody. Let's just There's no point of toying around with it anymore. And then so, but I do kind of like how they could spin this into more of a membership base. And I think that's going to be a ploy where they also charge more for a pass or a membership, I
Yes.
guess. And there's probably going to be some added perks to it, but at the end of the day, it's just a way for them to hike up the prices and try and recoup some of those losses and make it more a little bit more elite to have a membership for
Hmm.
Disneyland. So, and
One
I'm
thing
sure there's probably be different tiers and stuff,
Mhm.
and um,
Probably similar. Like I hate to say it, but maybe something similar to what Six Flags does with platinum and gold and like having a premium package that you can buy and
yeah.
the basic one.
Hmm.
But
So that's
one
gonna be
thing I think
interesting.
is kind of cool about it. So I remember like when we planned our vacation to Disneyland, we like specifically made sure that we weren't there on the weekends because it is known that there is an AP problem there. Everybody in freaking SoCal goes to Disneyland on the weekends and just kicks it, and it's just busier.
Yeah.
So this is an opportunity for them to wash their hands of the system that they had and find a way to tier it to where the day ticket that people come from out of town actually can enjoy a weekend there. And I think you'll see like blackout dates. I don't really know. I don't know how they'll revamp it, but I'm sure they have. I'm sure they've been thinking about it. They've got nothing else to think about over at Disneyland.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll come up with something that's gonna benefit them in a financial and an experience way for sure.
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah,
excited to see what becomes of that. I'm sure there's going to be some pissed off people. I bet some people were sitting on some really good deals for years,
yeah,
and now they're everything. The playing field is even. There's no advantage to annual pass holders anymore. They don't have them.
yeah.
You are now just the same person as you and I are. So that's
I'm curious
interesting to
to
see what
see
that.
what they come out with, especially with that membership, what the prices are, and so it's gonna be
Probably be pretty
interesting.
high, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And they're also, since they're not open, by the way, they are opening as a COVID
Yeah, it's
like
like a
shot.
vaccine center. I did see that. Yeah.
So like I secretly want to go to Disneyland and get my vaccine there. Like, I wonder if I can take one shot and then like the other shot in Kansas City. That would be a great vlog. Traveling to Anaheim to get my COVID shot. Here I am on Main Street getting my
What?
shot next to the
How,
partner
how
statue.
how ironic would that be though if you got COVID on the way there?
I would say that would be pretty likely as well. So I think I'll just go to my local Kansas City one, but that would be a great vlog.
Yeah,
I just want to point that out. Travel
that would be
vlog.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the segment. Theme Park Stud Reacts.
I liked it
Wild.
because it just like I just didn't know what to expect and stuff, and I kind of like how he's like, "What are your thoughts on that? What do you think it is?" And kind of made it almost into like a little game show too.
Yeah, I threw you fucking fastballs too. I'm gonna throw some knuckleballs and curveballs at you next week for sure.
Yeah,
Because
I
that was a
like it.
great news week, by the way. Fucking
It was.
insanely good news week. So
Yeah.
I can't wait on on an off week to really fuck with you. Honestly, that's what I'm gonna do.